Hello and welcome back to Fallout 3. By heading northwest from the Reclining Groves Resort Homes, congratulations to those of you who can say that 3 times, we discover the broadcast tower LP8. Just beside the tower is a location for a random encounter. For me it was a scavenger, pack Brahmin, and dog. After trading I opened the gate and flicked the switch, providing the tower with electricity and in turn receiving the Echo Foxtrot signal. Opening up the Pip-Boy and tuning in, we hear a mixture of bleeps. That is Morse code, and for those of you who can't understand it, myself included, the message says, "Calling anyone, this is Echo Foxtrot, over." Let's follow the signal and see where it leads. The signal grows in strength towards the northeast, and at the base of the hill is the sewer entrance. Inside we find a dimly lit tunnel. Following this leads to a small box room illuminated by an overturned floodlight. This room is in disarray and appears to have suffered from a cave-in. The inhabitant, who we can assume is the one responsible for the signal, can be found buried beneath a pile of rubble, and is now nothing more than a skeleton. Around the room are many boxes of Salisbury steaks, bottles of purified water, a big book of science, and an easy locked safe. As to who the occupant was, remains unknown, but we can assume they came down here to escape the bombs. But the entrance to the chamber is so small and discreet that only those who knew of its location beforehand would have likely found it, and it's for that simple reason as to why I believe they were already down here when the bombs fell. Not inside the chamber per se, but underground. If we enter the no-clip command and go through the walls, on the other side of the rubble are 2 metro tunnels, which suggests the occupant could have been an employee or passenger on one of the trains, who either knew of its location or simply stumbled upon it. After doing so, they set up the distress call and then died during the collapse. Also, the Fallout wiki mentions a red X located somewhere underneath that you should be able to see when clipping through. I saw no such thing. Now, if you're on PC and you happen to find it, please let me know, I would love to see it. Back up top we can follow a path northeast to these great stone islands with these winding ravines that separate them. The passageways split off and go all over the place, but on 2 separate occasions you can discover a random encounter, one of which I'm going to cover in a separate video because it's pretty bizarre, trust me. And the other was a Wasteland doctor, who cowered almost immediately from the nearby hostiles. Heading beneath the rope bridge and climbing the slope to the right leads up to the Clifftop Shacks, where we find super mutants and Talon Company mercs. Now I don't know why, but I decided to finish off the Overlord with my fists, more for the reason of saying that I had than anything else. I mean, why not? Looking back down we see that the Wasteland doctor didn't quite make it. It would be a shame to let that loot go to waste. Thanks. Across the bridge we can loot several of the gore bags and rescue a Wasteland captive.
I'm alive! I can't believe it! I'm alive! Here, I managed to hide this stuff before they tied me up. You take it. It's the best I can do to thank you. Here, thank you again. I'm gonna try to make it home, if it's still there.
Run free, little one. Sometimes your best just isn't enough. Besides, if the mutant hadn't have got her, the Deathclaw would have. As for the shacks, we have two, the Southern Shack and the Northern Shack. Let's head south first. Now, despite the clear indication that this shack should be abandoned, it clearly wasn't.
Help me! Now try and hide from them! I'm alive! Here, thank you again. I'm gonna try and make it home, if it's still there.
Something tells me he's not going to make it very far. Good luck though. As for the shack, we find a pugilism illustrated, a locked safe, and a bunch of bodies. As for the other shack, it stays true to its name, and it also has a unique item. Around the shack we can find a pre-war book, some ammo, a locked safe under the bed, very sneaky, a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, and a whole bunch of loose bottle caps. But the best thing by far has yet to come. Over on the bed we see a skeleton, and clutched between its bony fingers is the unique weapon named the Board of Education. Although its appearance is similar to the rest of the nail boards found throughout the Wasteland, it not only has a faster attack, but it also has the ability to land critical hits, which is something ordinary nail boards cannot do. Now that's a win-win in my books. And there we have it. The LP8 broadcast tower, the Clifftop Shacks, and the Board of Education. If you've enjoyed the video, then consider leaving a comment, liking the video, sharing it with a friend, subscribing to see more, and enabling notifications to avoid missing any activity. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next adventure.